Hey everyone, how's it going? I've got something different for you today. Today I'm challenging you to the 10-minute groove. Now the 10-minute groove challenge, as this good-looking guy behind me is showing, is sitting down with a timer and a metronome and playing one non-stop groove for 10 minutes. Now before we get into why this is good for you, I'm going to give you a couple of ground rules. Ground rule number one, absolutely no variation. You can't change the groove. You can't add open and close hi-hats if they weren't in there already. You can't move to the ride cymbal. You can't add in a bass drum. No changes. The same groove from start to finish. Number two, absolutely no interruptions. You can't play a crash cymbal to start another groove. You can't play a fill in the middle of it. Nothing but groove for 10 minutes. And rule number three, and this is the most important one, you cannot stop and start. That breaks the 10 minutes. It has to be a 10-minute continuous groove of the same thing for 10 minutes. Now let's get into why you should do this. Number one, it's all about building groove and pocket, okay? When you hear someone, you know, Steve Gadd, Steve Jordan, all the Steves, those guys groove so hard because they've got so much control and so much awareness of their groove. So what that means is really good technical application, great consistency of sound, good dynamic range, good timing, separation of notes. All those things combine with a great sense of musicality to make someone sound and feel good. And this is a great way to work on that. When you play for this long, playing the same thing, you really start to get into this whole nother level of focus on how you sound. We're so used to thinking of what we're going to play next or how we can vary this to add to the song that we very rarely actually listen to how we sound when we're playing something. So this gives you so much time to be able to listen to the groove as a whole, analyze the individual elements that build that groove, and then work to perfect them. Another reason this is great for you is because it's a fantastic concentration exercise. It's actually really difficult to think about the groove you're playing for 10 minutes. You're probably going to expect that over the 10 minutes your groove is just going to get better and better. That's absolutely not the case. It kind of goes a bit downhill, to be honest. You'll start off with great focus and a reasonably good consistent sound because you've started the groove, you're going, you know what you're doing. After that, what tends to happen is you switch off, you start thinking of other things because you don't need to focus on this because your muscle memory is going to kick in. When that happens, the consistency is going to go downhill. Ghost notes might get missed, doubles on the bass drums might not come out quite as you'd like them. At around the 5-minute mark, you're probably going to find a really nice sweet spot where you've got great consistency, the muscle memory is helping you to play without thinking, but your focus then turns to analysing the parts of the groove. You might start off by thinking, is the snare drum right? Are those ghost notes consistent? Is there a good dynamic contrast from ghost notes to backbeat? Your attention might shift to the right hand, playing the ride line, and it might think, okay, is this right? Is it swinging if it's supposed to? Is it nice and straight and driving if it's supposed to be? Then you might start working in pairs. Are the bass drum and snare drum playing together? Has it got that really nice symbiotic relationship that we want? After all that lot, the groove is just happening. It sounds awesome. And then it's a case of maintaining that for the remaining time. Now you might be thinking, no problem, all I do is groove. If that's the case, great, do it for 30 minutes. So the challenge is to do this groove for 10 minutes non-stop, once a day, every day, for a week. I've done this with students of mine, and in the space of a month, they sound like they've been playing 5 more years. So try it, have fun with it. It takes some discipline. Make sure that you actually stick it out for the 10 minutes and try and do it each day. You will love the results. It is so worth it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell icon so you're told when I upload again, and I'll see you soon. Just let me finish the 10 minutes first. No, fuck this, I've got stuff to do.